Three, two, one. This is your boy Mar. Yes, I'm still here at Garden State Comic Fest, and you're wondering who's the dynamic duo in front of my camera. I'm here with the one and only High Five Studios. How you guys doing?
Great. How you guys doing? Thank you for allowing us to be part of the interview.
First of all, thank you for being here, man. That's important. I wish I saw you guys at the Black Comic Fest because your stuff is really awesome. So, please tell the audience your origin story. How'd you guys get started?
Um, Absolutely. So first, let's do some introductions. I'm Ramon Campos. I'm the creator and founder of High Five Studios, and Black Book is our first issue.
Hi guys, I'm Oswaldo Nevers. I'm the co-writer of Black Book Issue 1.
So right now, we wanted to take the opportunity to talk a little bit about the project, how we started, and how we got here. So I'll let Oswaldo talk to you a little bit about the story.
Sure. So Black Book Issue 1 is a story about a group of teenagers who band together to defeat evil. And the first story arc of Issue 1 revolves around the villain and how he's a threat to society. And Issue 2, which is coming down the pipeline, is how the characters band together to actually defeat the villain and to be the highest version of themselves.
So, who inspired you to start your entrepreneurship together?
I think that what's really interesting and a huge landmark for every comic book reader and enthusiast and moviegoer was Black Panther. You know, when that movie came out, it kind of like leaves you with this idea and this hope that there's more stories that need to be told about characters of color and unique story arcs that we could celebrate in a bigger way. So I think like that was a catalyst, at least for me, and that kind of pushed me of like, hey, I still have stories. I've always grew up thinking that it would be cool, you know, the what if. So I think that kind of like sparked it all, and then from there, we just went off and started doing other stuff.
It looks like you did more than what if. You made it happen, which is really great, man. I wish I had seen this stuff at the Black Comic Festival, but obviously they ran out of space to have people come there. And I have a feeling that your book is actually better than a certain book online that I cannot mention sorry, I can't really say what I really want to say on camera like that because I don't want you catching any heat for it, and I don't want to catch any heat myself, but it's like you have a better understanding of what needs to be out there than these current creators. And you're not trying to like rip off things that are coming in from Japan. You're telling a lot of pro-black stories, and they're positive stories so that the little kids can see themselves as a hero. So for Black Book, is it like a team book, or is it like more like just certain individual characters come together to work for a certain amount of time, then they're just going to go about their own ways?
Thanks for the comment and thanks for the question. I think it's a little bit loaded, and we could break it down into parts. I think number one, and most importantly, we have our ear in the pulse of what's happening now and what the audience is saying. Just because that's the problem when you become a little bit too big as a company, you start catering to like different agendas or different things that kind of you want to check off like you're addressing. But when you really look down at the problem, I think that we need to have characters that represents what it really is or what it really feels like to be in a society with certain challenges or obstacles from the social differences, right? So I think that the book explores that in a very deep way. And then the second part of the question that is really interesting is inspiring the new generation, right? We did have multiple kids already in different conversations that we had with them, getting surprised and falling in love with the characters. And the biggest aha moment was I love the fact that they don't have masks, right? That you could see the faces. So I think that was very iconic for the storytelling.
So one of the questions I have to ask you guys, why does Hollywood have a problem promoting a black man as a hero? I mean, a black man can be an anti-hero, he can be the villain, he can be the nerd, he can be a teacher, doctor, lawyer, but he can't be the hero and have a normal family life. What are your thoughts on that?
I'll let you answer that, but my take on it, My take on it is I don't like to blame or point fingers. I think that a lot of it has to do with representation top down, right? So we need to have more writers, we need to have more creators in those rooms, right? Talking about the diaspora, talking about what it is to be like in these certain environments, right? You can't talk about certain neighborhoods without putting color in it. You know what I mean? You can't talk about certain experiences without talking about people that have walked that walk. And I think that perhaps Hollywood is missing a lot more of that. Having said that, I think that's something that they're lacking. And I think there's always the old school mindset of like, oh, that doesn't sell. But they don't have numbers to prove that doesn't sell. They just haven't given those opportunities. But I think we're moving forward to it. If you want to be optimistic, I think we have a little bit more representation, but there's always room for more.
Yes, I feel like the lack of representation in Hollywood has to do with the lack of empowerment of minorities, and I feel that we're on the right path to showcase these heroes that are empowered within the story, within their story arc, within the culture and society that they live in. So even though there's a certain trend in Hollywood, we're here to surpass that and to enhance the stories that we have that are circulated in this society. So I believe we're on the right path with that.
Okay, I mean that's cool. I mean I'm not trying to point fingers, but it's good that they're positive role models for kids to see. Do you guys plan on making any action figures with your property? Have you reached out to any of those big wigs like Babyface or Will Smith? Hey, yo, man, you got to produce this, or 50 Cent. I know 50 Cent was working on something, but we haven't heard much from it.
Yeah, I think that's right up my alley. We didn't even talk about. We were just talking off camera right now, and just like kicking it with you. And one of the things I failed to mention is that I went to school for illustration, so I'm an artist by trade. But then I kind of changed careers in college, and I went into toy design. So I actually design toys for a living, and I worked at the major companies like Hasbro, and I'm currently at Universal. So I am kind of knee deep on product development on toys. So that's kind of like my actual craft. So that's where I started the whole storytelling of like it began with a story, but it's definitely with the intent of expanding either to entertainment or toys or any other ways to bring a story to life. So definitely that's on the dream list.
Okay. So you have issue 1 here. You got a special edition cover. You got a gold edition cover. You got a silver cover. And you have a regular cover, and you got some prints here. So if anybody wanted to contact you to purchase your books, what's the best way you should go about it?
Yes, definitely to pick up the merch, and issue 1 is on our website, high5studios.nyc. You can follow us on Instagram, high5.studios, the number 5. Thank you for following us, and we hope to give you even more awesomeness in the future.
All right, you heard what the men said, audience. Go to their website, high5studios.com, and keep kicking ass and take no prisoners, gentlemen. All right, bye-bye.